So in this last chapter 1 video, let's take a look at using dimensional analysis to convert confusing things like squared or cubed units. Like, for example, how do you go from cubic centimeters to cubic meters? It's not just as simple as saying there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter because you got this little 3 in the upper right hand corner. Could be the same thing with like squared units. So if you had like meters squared and you wanted to go to kilometers squared, what would you have to do? Well, it's not as simple as saying there's 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. You would have to square these numbers to make it happen. So here's an example problem that uses cubed units. It turns out that the world's ocean, yes, the ocean in the world, contains approximately 1.36 times 10 to the 9th kilometers of water. And this kilometers of water would like to be known by somebody in a chemistry textbook in liters. So the Earth's ocean contains about that many kilometers of water cubed, calculated in liters. So first thing you need to know is that a liter is also a cubic decimeter. Now if you forgot that from a few video casts back, you can go back a couple pages in your digital textbook and you can find this picture right here, and how a cubic centimeter once again is known as a milliliter, a cubic decimeter is known as a liter. So once you know that liters and cubic decimeters are the same thing, now you just need to know how to deal with squared and cubed units. So let's run this one through. First of all, write down the substance that you have and its units to start with. So way on the left-hand side, 1.36 times 10 to the 9th kilometers cubed. Put that down way on the left-hand side of your paper where the red line goes down. Put a multiply sign, put a line. All right, next step, since we're going from kilometers to decimeters, just write that first. Put km in a position where it's going to cancel. Put dm as your new set of units. And now, before we go any further, we want to figure out how many decimeters there are in a kilometer. And if you're not sure about that, go back to your metric reference chart right here, and you can see that deci is right here, and kilo is right up here. And for each step, multiply by 10, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. There's 10,000 of the smaller unit down here in the larger unit up here. So there's 10,000 of these small little guys in one of these big kilometers right here. You're not done yet though, because you'll notice there's a little 3 right up here. This 3 means that you want cubic units. So you want to take this entire conversion factor and you want to cube it. When you cube this, you can remember from math class that something that has parentheses around that's cubed means this 3 speaks to this 10,000, speaks to the dm, speaks to the 1, it also speaks to the km right here. So you kind of have to distribute that cube to each one of those species inside of the parenthesis. So when you do that, I like to rewrite it like this. Here's my numerical value at the start, multiply sign, put a line. 1,0,0,0 cubed means that I'm going to triple these zeros right here, and so it ends up being 1 times 10 to the 12th, or 1 with 12 zeros after it. Decimeter, now with a little cube after it. 1 cubed, of course, is 1 times 1 times 1, so that's 1, and then the kilometer has a big 3 in the upper right-hand corner, meaning that it's cubed, and since a decimeter cubed is the same as a liter, now you know the number of liters in that cubic kilometers. In your textbook, you can see that when they do it, they actually do a conversion factor here from meters cubed to decimeters cubed. I skipped that step because I knew a decimeter cubed was a liter, and we would end up with 1.36 times 10 to the 21st liters. You can always write the times 10 to the 1.36 times 10 to the 21st with an E like this, because this is the way your calculator puts it into itself, at least for many calculators. But try it right now on yours and make sure that you can use the E key to do that conversion factor and get the same answer that I did. Best of luck on your converting problems.